Hi crafty friends, it's Lori with a craft party. Today we're going to do these little coin envelopes and we're going to put a butterfly and some beads and some lace and stuff on them. Thought you might enjoy this. It's really simple. I've got a couple coin envelopes here and I'm going to take this ink pad and stamp. The stamp looks like, let me see. Here's what the stamp looks like. The cellophane, not cellophane, the acetate has gotten crinkled from taking it off the stamp so many times, but that's what it kind of looks like when it stamps out. So we will use this large ink pad, and it is Ranger's Archival ink in black. I'm going to use this as my paper so I can try to keep my grid mat clean as possible. We're going to go ahead and try to ink this up as good as we can. Okay, and then I'm going to try to do both of these at the same time. Give it a press. Let it sit there a minute so the ink soaks into the material that you're inking. Good deal. And we're going to move this over just a tad and ink again. Let it sit there so the ink kind of works. Okay, then we're going to set the ink and the pad off to, and the stamp off to the side. I forgot one thing. We will need to do the back sides. So we'll do this again. Make sure I'm getting that center of the stamp because it's a big one. And then I'm going to go this way with it. Close the ink pad up, and hopefully we've got ink on the whole coin envelope. Yeah, looks good. And then I'm going to take the black dauber and I'm going to ink around the outside edges, just like I normally do with the vintage photo, but today we're going to use the archival black. And I'm going to do the crease right there. And I'm going to do both sides since this will be something that you'll see from both of the sides. And I know I haven't said yet, I got the coin envelopes, I'm going to say from Temu or Amazon. That's where I normally get my stuff from. This is the packaging, so as you can see, it doesn't have a name or anything on it, but you get quite a few in the pack. Okay, there's that one. And we need to get a little more ink on here. And we will fold this over, getting both sides of that. Okay, and flip it over and do the other side. Now I'm not going to seal my envelope shut. I don't know if you want to or not. Go right ahead. But I'm not going to seal mine shut. Okay, and put that in the basket. Put those foamy pieces in the trash. There we go. Alright, and I'm going to set this one off to the side and work on this one. And I've already picked out a butterfly and some lace. And I think we'll use some page, some vintage page if I can find some. Let me check with what I've got sitting around here. Yes, I've got some sitting here. Okay, then I'm going to rip that off the top. And this page, I don't even know what book it came from because, as you can see, I've used it already on other projects. I'm going to ink this in Vintage Photo, or do I want to ink it in black? Kind of go, yeah, we'll ink it with black. Kind of go with the flow here. Same thing we've been doing. There we go. Get some of those fuzzies out of the way. And then I'm going to use my art glitter glue if it's going to work. We'll see. I still haven't picked up any other glue. I know I've talked about getting some because this is just getting on my nerves and not wanting to work all the time. And nothing's more frustrating than to be crafting and excited, and then your glue, you have to spend 5 minutes trying to get it unstuck. Let's use and this looks like it's a Tim Holtz butterfly. That's what I would say. I have a bag and everything in here is got butterflies on it. So I don't know where I got most of this unless it's still in the package. Like those I got from Dollar Tree. But I've got all kinds of different butterfly items in here. So I don't know where I got it for sure, but it looks like a Tim Holtz butterfly. That's where I would say I probably got it from. And I'm going to use a little Fabri-Tac for the lace. Set that on there. And then use a little more Fabri-Tac. And just go ahead and tack down the butterfly. And as you can see, I'm not placing the whole thing, gluing the whole thing. I'm leaving it so that the wings are up in the air. And I think it could use some pearls or some beads. There's my, I've got them sitting here too. I need to clean my desk off. It's really messy, really bad. I've got these. I don't think I have any light green ones. Well, I've got these. Ooh, I've got some black ones. Maybe we'll try the black ones. I've never used black beads on a project before. That kind of just intrigues me. Okay. There we go. And where shall we put them? On this side. There we go. Get out my bead wand. I don't know what it's called, but I think I've been calling it a bead wand. I'm having trouble with it wanting to stay upside down. There we go. There's 3 of them, and I think because they're so small, I hope I was in frame. That's not going to be good if I wasn't. I think since they're so small, I'm going to put another 3 right here. And there's the third one. And there's one. I think that turned out really cute. And then you can put it in your junk journal. I'm not going to try it right now like I do sometimes because that glue's really wet. And with my luck, I will get it on the page of the journal. But let's go ahead. We have one more that we inked up. And let's see. I've got a blue butterfly here. These are embroidered butterflies, and I know that I got them off of Temu. They came in a pack. Let me see if I can find the pack and show you what colors came with it. Yeah, here we go. And they came from Temu, I'm almost positive. So we've got that, and then we've got some blue ribbon here. And let's go with some book page again. And I always like to tear the top. I don't want cut lines when it comes to this. And then we'll take the black ink and we'll ink up again. Okay, put some glue on the back. And I'm going to put this one on this side. Kind of turn it to the side a little bit. And let's make a bow. See how it turns out. I'm not the best person at making a bow, but I do have some bows sitting up here. I forgot, I just remembered that I could maybe use. Okay. I'm going to end up cutting this all the way down and have to start over. Okay. And I'm going to put a little Fabri-Tac on here. I think I'm going to turn the bow over because it looks better on the back side. I don't know if that's normal or... I'm not one to make bows, but it looks really good from the back side. And well, first, where do I want to put it? We do have a little bit of sari silk here. That doesn't match. What other colors do we have that might match? Oh, here's a piece of pink. No, I think we'll just go with my original idea. And just put the butterfly down sideways and then put the bow down. And then we'll put some beads down. Move this out of the way. We don't need that anymore. So I threw it on the floor. Not what I meant to do. And we're gonna put some glue here. And these look like a good color. Okay, and again, since they're so small, I'm going to put some more up here. They've got just a hint of blue in them. Not a lot. Okay. Move these back over here. Put this in here. Now we're just waiting for them to dry. And we've got 2 different coin envelopes with butterflies on them and some lace and ribbon and some beads. Thank you for stopping by today. If you would, comment, like, and subscribe. It helps the algorithm of my channel and gets my channel out there to more people. Have a great day, and as always, happy crafting. Hugs.